President Joseph Robinette Biden, Jr., you have opened the southern border by executive order. Here are the results of your actions. After the stroke of a pen, illegal immigrants are killing Americans.
The illegal immigrant charged with killing Laken Riley.
And we have no doubt that she would have been an incredible nurse.
Mr. President, we're waiting. Enough Americans have already died.
After the stroke of a pen, your Democrat pawns in major cities prioritized illegals over American citizens.
City officials to provide migrants with prepaid debit cards
to buy food and other things they need.
This bill won't even move forward. Why? Donald Trump.
Your Senate border bill supports Ukraine and allows more migrants. President Joseph Robinette Biden, Jr., you have opened the southern border by executive order.
Yeah, the border was opened by executive order and it can be closed the exact same way. Now, I want to talk about this video from ABC where they were finally honest. And they had Elizabeth Warren on the show, and mainstream media was honest with her. I was pretty shocked when I saw the clip myself, but with that being said, let's dive in.
There have been more than 6.9 million apprehensions at the southern border. Thus far, in Biden's term, there were just over 2 million in Donald Trump's entire term. What did the president do wrong?
No, this isn't about what the president did wrong. Remember, on the very first day...
Of course. It's not about what Democrats did wrong. It's Republicans and Trump's fault. Have you guys noticed that? Whenever they're asked, something along those lines, what did you do wrong? Like, what was the issue? They always blame Republicans or they always blame Donald Trump. It's always the same song and dance. They never take any accountability for anything, ever. I legitimately can't recall the last time I heard a Democrat say, you know what? We messed up on that one. That's our fault. I legitimately can't recall a time where a Democrat said that. Can y'all, if you can, let me know in the comment section, please.
That he was sworn into office. President Biden asked Congress both for the resources and for comprehensive immigration reform. The Republicans blocked it.
Wait for it. It's going to get good here in a second.
Blocked it.
Donald Trump didn't have that either, Senator. He didn't have that either, and there were 2 million during his entire term.
Until last fall, the president tries to deal with the problem that is presented to him. He can't deal with it if Congress and the Republicans continue to block him. And so the president is using the tools available to him, both to create border security, but he doesn't have the resources because the Republicans are blocking access.
But he is president. Understood. I do think you've made your point. But poll after poll, as Matt Rivers just pointed out, say that this is a very weak poll number for President Biden. Trump surpasses him by 17 points in trust and working the border.
I understand that. And I understand that the president is doing what he can with the resources available to him. But you know as well as I do that he can't manufacture more judges. He can't manufacture more guards if Congress doesn't give him.
What he can do is manufacture more executive order to close the border. You see what she's trying to do? Well, he can't manufacture more judges. Well, just close the border. That solves the problem. You stop people from coming over. Send them back. Simple. Easy solution. He opened the border via executive order. He can close it the exact same way. And, for the longest time, he said, oh, well, I've done all I can do. And then all of a sudden, 2 weeks ago, he comes out with some weak executive order that makes it look like he's doing something when in reality he is. And then I made a video on that as well, showing some Border Patrol agents speaking about how that did absolutely nothing. Even mainstream media said that did absolutely nothing. As a matter of fact, I showed you guys a clip from, I believe it was CNN. They admitted, yeah, this executive order does absolutely nothing. Like, it was just for show. just for show. He could have made an executive order that actually did something, but of course they don't want to do it. They want people flooding into the country. That's what they want.
The resources to do that. You know, the president is out there doing everything he can, not just at the border, but overall for families. And the action he took in this last week is exactly Joe Biden being Joe Biden. Think for just a minute about what it means for 500,000 families that little kids go off to school in the morning and they don't have to worry about whether or not mom or dad is still going to be part of their family when they get home.
And what about the border that you were so concerned about a couple of weeks ago? The first question I ask you, are you less concerned now?
No.
Oh, man, these folks, you know, and the crazy thing is there's polls because, of course, now some Democrat politicians are trying to say that the American people don't want people to be deported. Well, check this out.
And yet, Tom, a lot of voters seem to think it's not the smart thing to do. CBS News polling recently found that 62% of Americans are in favor of a national program to deport all undocumented immigrants, all 11 million of them. So how much support do you think there would be for the White House plan that was announced today?
I'd love to sit down with your polling team and show them how they've gotten this wrong.
And yet, Tom, a lot of
and time again, that's not the first time we've heard them say that, right? They get shown a poll and then they say, oh, well, that poll is wrong. And it's just like, wait, what? And if they don't say it's wrong, then they say, oh, well, you guys just hate illegals. You guys just hate immigrants. And no, that is not the case. We like immigrants, but you got to do it the right way. We love folks who want to come to this country and be productive citizens and contribute to this country in a wonderful way, like this young lady. Check it out.
I was born and raised in Romania. I waited 10 years in line to obtain a visa to come to the U.S. Before I came to the U.S., we had to go to the doctors, we had to go to the embassy, we spent thousands of dollars on all the forms. Got to the U.S., and then I waited another 2 years for my permanent resident card. After that, I got my citizenship 5 years after, showing that I was a good citizen. I obtained my passport. I got the right to vote. I voted for the first time in 2016. It was a privilege. And I did all that so that now the Democrats can do this. What a slap in the face.
It is a slap in the face. She did it the 100% correct way, and I welcome her. You know, I'm not against people coming to this country. Neither is any other Republican. But what we are against are illegals. You coming to this country illegally, which they've tried to change the language on that. I saw a clip from MSDNC where one of the guys said illegals, and I forgot her name. The black chick tried to correct them and say, oh, well, we don't call them illegals. Well, they are illegal. They broke the law, which is illegal, you know? So, yeah. And, you know, the crazy thing about all of this is, you know, when they try to blame Trump, but we already have Biden on camera admitting that it was basically his fault, this whole thing. Don't believe me? Check it out.
First of all, every executive order this president has issued relating to the border and relating to dealing with the Hispanic community is going to be pulled back. We're not going to be fooling with that.
Won't that restart a brand new border crisis? I mean, what would you do with all those people in camps now waiting in Mexico?
It will if we don't do it well.
Bingo. He said it right there. He got rid of all of Trump's border policies. And then the guy asked him, well, wouldn't that start a border crisis? It will if we don't do it right. Well, here you go. Even Mayorkas bragged about getting rid of Trump's border policies.
We have rescinded so many Trump immigration policies. It would take so much time to list them.
They told you right there. Those aren't my words. Those are theirs. They got rid of all of Trump's closed border policies. And now we have a crisis on our hands. And you know, the funny thing is also, and I'm going to get you guys out of here, is they used to be for a border until Trump started talking about it. And then they flipped.
The bill before us will certainly do some good. It will authorize some badly needed funding for better fences and better security along our borders.
The fence is now basically complete. Maybe they'll need a moat. Maybe they want alligators in the moat.
Secure our borders with technology, personnel, physical barriers if necessary in some places.
We will not build a wall. Instead, we will build an economy where everyone who wants a good job can get one.
I voted for a fence. I voted, unlike most Democrats, and some of you won't like it, I voted for 700-mile fence. And let me tell you something, folks. People are driving across that border with tons, hear me, tons of everything from byproducts from methamphetamine to cocaine to heroin. It's all coming up through corrupt Mexico.
The impulse.
You heard it from them, not me. They all were for a border and having a secure border until Donald Trump had the same idea. Then it became a bad idea. Then it became a terrible thing to want to secure the border. These folks, man. These folks. What a shame. What a shame. But as always, y'all let me know your thoughts, your opinions. Peace and love. I'm out.